In last video, I talked about the second noble truth, and that is the cause of suffering. And we heard that the cause of suffering is craving or tanha. The third noble truth is about how to eliminate this suffering, and that is called the nirodha, Arya Satya Magga, the cessation of the suffering. So how to eradicate then? What? So we know now the first noble truth is dukkha, there is the problem. The second noble truth is if there is the problem, there is the reason behind the single problem. And the main root cause of every single problem is tanha or desire or thirst. So once we know the reason, if we eliminate the root cause of every single problems, it means we are going to eradicate the problem as well. So this is how the third noble truth is complete eradication of thirst or craving or tanha, which is the root cause of every single problem, can lead us to eliminate all of our suffering and can bring happiness. So this is what the third noble truth is. But also, when we get this stage, so complete eradication of tanha or craving or thirst is also called nibana. And nibana is the third noble truth again. So what is nibana? This is very, very special term, very difficult to explain unless we are really practicing very deep and also we are experiencing something. But Nibbana is that is the ultimate goal of all practitioners. They want to reach at the stage of Nibbana. In English, it's called the enlightenment. So Nibbana is where when you eradicate your thirst, complete eradication, all the negativity, all your defilements, when your mind is 100% pure, then you can achieve Nibbana. But again, sometime we try to explain, and it is, as I said, it's very difficult to explain for and to understand even because unless we are practicing ourselves and achieving that stage, because the human vocabulary is very poor to understand this. For example, there was a fish and tortoise. They were living in a sea, and then tortoise went out. He walked on the sand, then came back to sea, and then he was talking to his friend, a fish, that look, I went outside from this water. I walked, and tortoise said, "Oh, of course, you mean you swim?" And tortoise said, "No, no, no, no. Swimming is different, but walking it is solid ground. You have to walk on that." So because that fish have never experienced how to walk on land, she would don't get it what the meaning of this tortoise trying to say. She always think, yes, you mean swimming. So this is how Nibbana is. It is called supermundane truth. To understand that supermundane truth, our vocabulary or our understanding is not that level yet, unless we are practicing meditation and started to achieve the stages of enlightenment or experiencing the goal, what the meditation lead us to, all the jhana or concentration. So this is how. So again, Nibbana is also called ultimate truth, absolute truth, ultimate happiness even. So there is a many way we can explain Nibbana. There was a monk who was very highly well-known monk, highly respected and very, very knowledgeful. He was the right hand of the Buddha. His name was Sariputta. And one monk asked him, Sariputta, could you explain what is Nibbana is actually? And he said, in simpler form, nibana is actually the extension of our greed, uh, our hatred, and illusion or delusion. Simply, that is the eradication of all these three root cause of our problems is nibana. So even Buddha explained the complete eradication of these three root cause of problems: our greed, hatred, and illusion. So once you eradicate through practicing of your morality, concentration, and through wisdom, then you achieve the stage of an enlightenment or nibbana. So this is how simple form nibbana is actually. Uh, Again, sometime when we say extinction or eradication of our craving, hatred, extinction of this and that, it's a lots of negative term, and sometimes people they confuse about. They think nibbana is annihilation of self. I would like to clear this point actually, because when we understand more about Buddhism, when we say I, me, myself, or ego, that is also five aggregates, itself actually is not permanent, or we can say in actually there is no self at all in reality. This is only illusion. So what happens when you achieve wisdom or nibbana? Then you, rather than you self annihilate to yourself, you actually clearly understand the nature of this self. So what you annihilate then? You annihilate the false ideas of self. So rather than it is the self annihilation, actually it is the annihilation of the false views about self. So that is very important to understand that nibbana, where when you are in that stage, you are out from the samsara, the cycle of birth and death. So there is no time, no space, no reborn, no death. You are completely out from that circle event, and this is why it is also called ultimate happiness. Is beyond the conditional things. This is unconditional stage, and that is how it is the highest goal or highest stage in Buddhism, which we can develop through practice. So yeah, so this is how this is the third noble truth. This is in a brief. I tried to explain to you how to achieve this stage, and that is what the Buddha's given the four noble truth, that is called the middle path, the magga arya satcha, and that is the eightfold path, mainly about talking about concentration, our morality and wisdom. So how to achieve this stage, how to eradicate actually this thirst, this tanha, that will be included in our four noble truth. So the next video will talk about the path, how to do these things. So thank you again for listening, and I hope you enjoying listening this Dhamma talk, and I hope you are learning something from it. If you have any question or you like it, you can always express, you can always comment, and you have any question, don't forget to ask. I am always happy to reply any queries if you have. So thank you again for listening, and I look forward for the next video, where I will be trying to produce the path, the practice how to achieve actually nibbana. Thank you.